welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I am Snigdha and this is the Marigold Rose, your weekly dose of positivity. Today I will be talking about how to uplift your mood in 5 minutes. So we all feel all the emotions. There is like an array of emotions. There's anger, frustration, happiness, sadness. The good thing is that these don't last long. We all experience highs and lows. There isn't a constant emotion that one experiences forever. So if you're happy, you're bound to feel unhappy at some point. If you're feeling unhappy, you will feel better. We have the power of choice. We have the power to focus on things that are working out for us. And by just changing our attention, we can feel much better. Change our emotions. We can always choose better feeling emotions. So the first one is whatever emotion you're feeling that you want to change, first stop and feel that emotion fully and completely. Is it anger that you're feeling? So I'm not saying that you go and scream and yell at someone or just behave very aggressively. Let that anger pass. Acknowledge that you're feeling angry about something or angry with someone and feel that emotion and let it pass. You move on from that emotion only once you feel it completely. If you're feeling unhappy or if you're feeling sad again and you feel like crying, just let that feeling out. Just emote. Give yourself permission to feel that emotion completely. Then you make a conscious choice to move on, to choose a different emotion. Like you create neural pathways in your brain. This is not something that will come instantly. You have to practice at it, again very mindfully. And in this video, I'm going to tell you that you can always choose to feel better, and here is how. So the first 3 are available to all of us. So let's jump into the first one. So the first one obviously will always be on top of my feel-good list is the sunlight. It's here for a reason. Life force on this planet depends on the sun. I'm going to put in some research here to convince you to put this into your daily practice, to expose your skin to the sun every single day, morning and evening, and see how differently you feel. Exposure to sunlight increases the level of a natural antidepressant in the brain called serotonin. It helps a person feel calmer and also increases the ability to focus. According to Rigveda, the rays of the rising sun can heal heart problems, jaundice, and anemia. Even the Atharvaved speaks about the unique healing properties for heart-related problems and for patients suffering from anemia. Number 2 is go to a quiet, natural space. This could be you sitting under a tree, walking in the park. If you have a forest close by, probably the forest. If nothing else, just go and sit among your potted plants. Just pull all of them closer and just sit near them and close your eyes. Apart from improving the air quality of your house plants can make you feel more relaxed and calm. Access to nature has also been found to improve sleep, reduce stress, increase happiness, reduce negative emotions, promote positive social interactions, even help generate a sense of meaning to life. And the third one is again a very new concept. Now there is scientific research done and there is proof that this works, and it is called grounding. You can look it up yourself, but I'm going to put the research here and let you know how this can make you feel better, how this helps. So grounding is exposing your feet or just expose your skin to the earth. The earth is like a big battery that contains natural subtle electrical charges, and humans are bioelectrical beings. Scientific research over more than a decade indicates that our body can be protected and helped, and we can feel better when we are electrically reconnected to the earth. The Earth's surface is covered with electrons, which can act as powerful antioxidants and anti inflammatories. And every time we come in contact with the Earth's surface, we absorb these through the skin. Another very easy thing to do is to listen to some uplifting music. This can be different for everybody. You would know what music you really like. Maybe some upbeat music that will lift your spirits, which would make you want to dance, that brings in that happiness and joy that you felt like a child. If you see, all children are born dancers. You give them a song and they will dance to it. They just can't help it. Music has that uplifting effect on all of us. Whenever you're feeling down and low and you want to change your mood, listen to some upbeat, uplifting music. And if you don't have access to uplifting music and there are trees outside, just go and listen to some birds chirping. Even that will work. And if you're alone, you're deprived of company and you need a hug, and we know that Corona has just put a different meaning to hugging each other, that physical human touch. What you can do is you can wrap yourself in a heavy blanket and just close your eyes. Just curl up, lie on the sofa for 5 minutes until you start feeling better.
Weighted blankets stimulate the release of serotonin and dopamine, two neurotransmitters that tend to make people feel more relaxed.
And then once you're up, you try all the other things that I've listed. Now, this one is especially true for me, that you try to do something from your hands. We have so many receptors. I don't know science behind this again, but I think it is something to do with our hands and the brain. For me, I find just painting, whitewashing, painting very therapeutic because it's a repetitive action and your mind is on that activity and just very, very calming for me. Another thing is you can do some DIY, jump into some creative project of yours. Art can be very therapeutic. Drawing and painting can be very therapeutic and calming.
Creating something with your hands fosters pride and satisfaction, but also provides psychological benefits. Making things promotes our psychological well-being. Process is important for happiness because when we make, repair, or create things, we feel vital and effective. It isn't about reaching one's potential as it is about doing something interesting, and it's less about ambition and more about living. When we are deeply absorbed in a task, we lose self-consciousness and pass the time in a contented state. Research has shown that hand activity from knitting to woodworking to growing vegetables or chopping them are useful for decreasing stress, relieving anxiety, and modifying depression.
You can use your hands to repot some plants which have outgrown their current pots. Touch soil with your hands and repot them. Just chuck the gloves and start working with your hands. So there is some sensation on your fingers. Anything that you can do with your hands will be very relaxing and calming, and it will change your mood and it will take your mind away from things that are disturbing you. And I've saved the best for the last. It's called Brahmari Pranayam, and again it's available to all of us and it's so beneficial. There's a lot of research done on it now. I'm going to talk about the research so that it might convince you to include this practice in your daily routine. Just make it a habit to do it wherever you can.
I start by sitting on the floor, comfortably cross-legged. Then I close my ears with my thumb and I put the bottom 3 fingers on my eyes and my index finger pointing in the middle of my forehead. And I inhale, and as I exhale, I make a humming sound like a wasp or a bee. It calms and quiets the mind. It releases cerebral tension. It stimulates the pineal and pituitary glands, supporting their proper functioning. It soothes the nerves, relieves stress and anxiety, dissipates anger, lowers blood pressure, bolsters the health of the throat, strengthens and improves the voice, supports the healing of bodily tissues, and induces sound sleep. Now, do I need to convince you anymore?
Studies show that Brahmari pranayam practice produces relaxed state, and in this state, parasympathetic activity overrides the sympathetic activity. It suggests that Brahmari pranayam improves the resting cardiovascular parameters.
Humming increases the production of nitric oxide from sinuses. It plays a significant role in the inner ear to regulate the physiological reactions in the cochlea. Humming has been explained as a sonic cleanser, curing the infection of sinuses by decreasing the swelling of sinus ostia, resulting into better drainage and oxygenation.
The vibration that it creates are just so good for your entire system, for your brain, for your sinuses, for your breathing, for general well-being, that you should adopt this. And sometimes what we need is to just switch off. Too much of stimulation to our senses can take your anxiety levels up. So if there's constant chatter in your ears, are you feeling a bit claustrophobic, it's time to switch off. So if you're in a noisy room and you can't help it, just put on headphones. Just put some earplugs so that the noise doesn't bother you. Close your eyes and then focus on your breathing. The pandemic has been a very unifying experience. What you have gone through, somebody else in some other part of the world has also gone through or experienced. And for the past 1.5 years, all of us have had to work with what we have and constantly work at keeping our spirits up, keeping our spirits high with whatever we have in our hand. Alright then, I hope you enjoyed this video, found this useful and beneficial, and I always hope that you will try to include some of my tips and try them for yourselves. These have obviously worked for me, and that's why I'm sharing these. And I know that they can work for anybody watching. All you need to do is give it a try. I would love to hear what kind of videos you would want me to make. If this was useful, let me know. If you're going to use it to feel better, if you're already using it, some of it, let me know. I will see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.